Guys like, you're an idiot, Bundy. What the heck are you doing, you stupid idiot? There's a coating on the spark plugs already, so why are you doing this? We're working on a Toyota 2AR-FE. So in your Camrys, maybe Corollas. Yeah, probably Corollas. I think it's some of your Scion vehicles. But I will put a list up of the vehicles that it actually covers up right now on the screen. Doing the spark plugs on this bad boy. So first thing I do is pull this cover off. Just some clips hold it in. Pull that off. There are your coil packs. You have 4 of them. Underneath the coil packs are your spark plugs. So we need to get these clips off. Boom, 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 boom. 4 10mm bolts hold it on. Once we get those off, we can twist the coil pack and break it free, and then we'll go down there and grab the spark plug itself. Now always go with the quality spark plug, be that Denso or NGK. Don't use like a German plug, like a Bosch plug on a Japanese car. It just doesn't make sense, and I've heard all kinds of horror stories about it when you do this. I actually should change out I'm going to suggest we do the valve cover gasket as well, and if I end up doing that, I'll put a link in the description below. So I'll put a link to all the videos that I do on this vehicle. We're also going to clean his battery because it's pretty bad. But yeah, let's pull these plugs off, and then we'll get the coil packs out and free. This job is not hard at all. Not hard at all. You have a little tab right here. Go ahead and just push that tab in at the same time you're pushing out. Just kind of wiggle it. On older models, these tabs have been known to break. That one didn't break. There we go. Boom. This one broke. This is the VVT solenoid, so I'm actually going to pull this, get this connector out of the way as well. Just give me a little bit more room. Okay, now I'll go in there. 10mm. If you have an electric ratchet, it'll be a lot quicker, but you can always use your handy dandy trusty ratchet as well. Just break them free. They're not even on there all that tight. I like to show you that you guys can just use common tools. You don't need fancy air tools or electric tools to do these jobs. I also know a lot of you guys are new to my channel, so if you can, it really helps me out if you can subscribe. I can see the analytics, and I'll get a lot of new people come and watch my videos. Not a lot of subscribers, so if you are new, it'd really help me out. So you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just putting the coil packs up on the fender. Just wiggle the coil a little bit, and it'll come up and out. Okay, I'm going to look down there, see if I see any oil. No, it's all free and clear. So if you did see oil down there, it means one of your spark plug tube seals is broken, but it's all good. Let me take you down there. Let me show you real quick. Clear. 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 And clear. So sometimes those fill up with oil, and the cause of that is a bad spark plug tube seal. If we do the valve cover gasket, we'll be changing those out as well. They sit right there. That's it right there, 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 and there. So let's get the spark plugs out. Got a 6-inch extension. We use a 5/8 spark plug socket. Don't drop your tools down into the between the core support and the radiator. Okay. Get the 2 in. Drop it on down there. Make sure it seats correctly. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Always do this when the engine is cold. Don't do this when the engine's hot. Now the 5/8 spark plug socket I'm using is a magnetic spark plug socket, so it means that it captures the spark plug as you pull it up and out. That way you don't have to come back down with like a magnetic pickup tool and grab the spark plug. I'll put links in the description below of all the tools that I use in this video, plus some I recommend if you guys do a lot of work on cars. There we go. So there it is. There's the spark plug. Iridium Densos. They don't look that bad. Smell kind of like turpentine. Old gas. or this car sat for a while. You can see it's not black, it's color it should be. Looks like it's been a while since they've been changed, so let's pull the rest of them out. Take a look at those. Okay, here's all 4 of them, the way they came out. Going from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that's not the firing order of the cylinders, but this is how they came out. They don't look all that bad. There is some oil on some of them, like a valve, like an oil tube seal was starting to begin to leak. But other than that, they look relatively good. You guys see that? So it's always a good idea to replace these. He just bought the vehicle and doesn't know, you know, when the last time his service was done, and rather be safe than sorry. Picked up these Densos, Platinum TT. See, there's a part number on them. Part number is PKH16TT. One thing I want to show you is that the way the box shows the spark plug, that's how they always put it in there. So you can always tell which one's top, which one's bottom. Boom. Has this nice plastic protector on it, which you don't need anymore. There is a lot of fakes that are coming out of China for NGK and Denso spark plugs, but one way you can tell is if originals will always have this marking right here, Denso, Japan, DE. There'll always be markings. That's a very hard place to mark on, and usually counterfeit people won't take the time to mark there. So if you get a set of spark plugs and it doesn't have markings there, most likely they're counterfeit. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do, I know I'm going to get hate. I always get hate for this, and guys like, you're an idiot, Bundy. What the heck are you doing, you stupid idiot? There's a coating on the spark plugs already, so why are you doing this? Well, I do this because I've seen spark plugs get stuck in heads, and I've had to take heads off on my own vehicles and on buddies' vehicles and customers' vehicles because they didn't do this correctly. I'm going to get some, I'm not going to slab it on there. I'm not going to put it on the electrode right here or anything like that. I'm going to put some anti-seize on the threads and then put it down into the spark plug hole. And I'm also going to use, on the coil packs, I'm going to use dielectric grease. So don't get your panties all in the wad because I'm putting anti-seize in there. You don't have to do it. I do it because I'm cautious like that. That's what I do. That's what I have done since I was 9 years old. So don't hate me for putting dielectric grease on there. All right. I'm not going to check the gap. In old school times, when I first started being a mechanic, you used to have to come in here with a gapping tool. You know, you'd grab it right here, you'd bend it a little bit, bend it back, get everything perfect. These come pre-gapped, so you don't need to mess with that at all. Here's the anti-seize that I use. It's a nickel-based anti-seize. Right there, nickel-based anti-seize. So this is what I use. Let me show you how I do this. So just get a little bit, little dab will do ya. Just getting a tiny bit of grease right here, right? Just like that. Grab my spark plug. I'm going to run it on the threads. I'm not going to get anywhere near the tip. Just a light, thin coat of anti-seize. Like I said, I'm going to get hate for this because I always do. When I always show anybody how to do spark plugs on a vehicle, I'm giving you guys information to help you keep your vehicles running long and far, and I still get hate. So whatever. Haters gonna hate, right? So that's all I do. Just a light little coat. Okay. Here's another trick my dad taught me. Get a 6-inch 3/8 hose. Take the spark plug. Put the spark plug into the hose. You don't want to drop the spark plug right down into the hole. Why? Because if it lands wrong, hits the side, you're going to bend and change that gap on that spark plug. So that's why I do this. To be careful and safe. I treat every car as though it's my own. So you just guide it down. You're going to feel it when it actually connects. Okay, it bit. And I run it down until my hose starts spinning, and you can feel it. There's no way to show you on this on a video, but you will feel it when your hose starts to spin. Okay, yeah, it's all the way down. Hose is spinning, pull it up and out. I'll repeat this step, the anti-seize, using the hose for all remaining 3 spark plugs. Let me show you this real quick though. Okay, with new spark plugs, I've seen this happen twice in my career. Okay, so you get a spark plug, be that, doesn't matter if it's NGK, Denso, doesn't matter. What what you're looking for before you leave. Let's say you bought these at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. Before you leave the store, inspect all your spark plugs. Be that four spark plugs or 10 spark plugs for a Ford V10. Right here, let me get my knife out. Right here, where the porcelain and the metal meet, right here at this junction, right there. Always check for cracks, okay? Do yourself a favor, make sure there are no cracks between the metal and the porcelain. I've done that. I've done it once. I've seen it happen to another guy. It was cracked right there. It caused a misfire, a short to ground, causing a misfire, and you'd spend days and days, or I spent a day chasing it because I didn't think that the spark plug would be bad right out of the box. So always check and make sure your spark plugs are not faulty. All right, the manufacturers do make mistakes. It could get damaged in shipping. Just make sure the porcelain to metal part is not damaged. All right, so I have all the spark plugs back in, all 4 back in. All are tightened except for this number 2 one, because I wanted to show you guys how to tighten this up. So there's a new crush washer on the spark plugs, and that has to actually crush, and you'll actually feel it crush. I wish I could show you this or have you feel how this works, or have you feel this on YouTube, but it's just not possible. So I'm going to show you this instead. So I tighten the spark plug down with the rubber tube, the 3/8 rubber tube, as far as it would go. Okay. Now I have the 5/8 spark plug socket on there with a 6-inch extension and the 3/8 ratchet right here. What I'm going to do is I start at the 90 degree, or actually I'm going to take this to a 90 degree angle and take this all the way down here. It's going to go once, twice, and then it's going to stop right about here. But I wanted to show you, and then you'll know it's tight. You'll actually feel the crush washer crush, and it'll stop it right about here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here I'm on. Okay. There's 190, 290s. I'm going to come and it's going to stop right about here. You don't want to over tighten these because you can break these off down into the head of the engine. So do not over tighten this. Okay, right there. I felt it crush. It's right about there. So that's as far as you want to take it. Do not over tighten your spark plugs. Okay, now let me get the coil packs back in place. I actually set them up right here the way I just took them out. So this one goes here, this one goes here. I'm going to use my 3M silicone paste, dielectric grease. I'm going to put it into the hole of the coil pack. Just get a little dab will do ya, right? Take your coil pack. Just stick it down in there. Okay, this helps protect it as well as helps the voltage go through the spark plug and the coil pack, and then put it back down in, and then repeat the step for all remaining 3, right? So it's not that hard. Like I said earlier, I will put links in the description below to the tools and the chemicals I use, as well as these awesome gloves. These are the best gloves I've found. But there you go, guys. If you have found this helpful, if it has saved you money by being able to do the work yourself, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. And I'll put a link to the spark plugs that I use as well. Everything will be down below. So just look down there. If you guys have more questions, leave a comment if you need to. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, you guys can always reach me at BundysGarage@gmail.com.